Go ahead.
Hi, I am doing a skill assessment, the IVPB medication going into a central line, and I'm doing it for Miss Stella Bellman. And checking the MAR, Miss Stella Bellman is receiving clindamycin phosphate, IV piggyback every 8 hours, and I will be doing, starting at 6 o'clock, I'll be doing her 6 o'clock medication. So we need 400 milligrams of clindamycin phosphate. So I have my pre-made bag of clindamycin, 400 milligrams in a 100 milligram bag right here, and it matches what's in the MAR. It's my first check. And the math for this, we need to figure out how much milliliters per, well, we're doing it gravity fed, so we're just going to do drops per minute. So we have, let's check the book really quick to see the rate of administration. First of all, let's double check and make sure that's a good dose. 400 milligrams for a dose. It says usual dose is between 600 to 1200 milligrams, so that's right within that spec, so it should be fine. That's for 24 hours. For 12 hours, we're doing every 8 hours, so 150 to 300, and this is 200 to 400 is every 8 hours. So forget. And the rate of administration is going to be over a 30-minute period for this amount. So to figure out drops per minute, I'll go ahead and take my 100 milliliter bag and put it over 30 minutes, multiply it by the drop factor, which is 10, and that will equal 33. So I'll be giving this at 33 drops per minute. And let's see, I checked, and Ms. Stella Bellman is also doing a normal saline continuous, and it is compatible with the clindamycin, so we will be able to give this without any problems and use it as a flush. All right, I'll gather my supplies. I've got the medication. Double check it again with the MAR, 400 milligrams of clindamycin. And yes, IV piggyback Q8 hours. We're giving it at 6 o'clock. All right, Stella Bellman. And we'll go ahead and do our third check here since, well, I can do it at the bedroom because I'll take my wow with me. Okay, so I'll go ahead and got my supplies. My supplies are here. I have my secondary tube line. I have my hanger. And to lower the primary bag, I also have my medication and alcohol wipes. Okay. Heading to the patient's room. All right. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Mrs. Bellman. How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Good. I'm Kathleen. I'm here to help get your IV medication to you. It's an antibiotic. It's called clindamycin.
Great.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and perform power. I'm going to wash my hands. And I'm going to ensure the door is locked, so we're closed anyway. We have got privacy.
Oh, you're so nice.
Thank you. I'm going to check the order by asking her, what's your first and last name, Ms. Stella Bellman?
Stella Bellman.
And your birthday?
2641.
Very good. And I'll double check that MR number. Make sure it is the same as on the computer. And the order, yes, it's the same. Very good. So we have the right patient. We're doing it at 6 o'clock. Right time, and we're doing the right route. We're going to be doing a central line instead of a peripheral line, and if you'll focus in, we have a positive pressure cap, so this is a central line. And it's running continuous, normal saline right now at 100 milliliters per hour. So I'll use this as my flush for my piggyback. All right. And I'll just double check her IV site, make sure it is good. The tubing was done yesterday, so it's fresh and good. And the IV site was done as well yesterday. It's brand new. There's no redness or swelling. It's infusing properly. And so, Miss Stella Bellman, do you have any allergies?
Not that I know of.
And I'll double check to make sure that's what we have listed. We do. We have no known allergies. So that's okay. So now we have our third check of our medication. We're going to give this 400 milligram bag clindamycin, IV piggyback every 8 hours starting at 6 o'clock. All right. So now I'll go ahead and begin administering the medication. Oh, also I want to check the expiration on the bag to make sure that it's still good, and it is. It's going to be expiring a week from today, so we're fine. All right.
All right, let's get this party started.
Let's get the party started. All right. We're going to go ahead and hang our primary bag lower than the piggyback so that it will infuse later as a flush after we're done. All right. And let's see. Go ahead and scrub the head. We'll be using the port that's closest to the primary bag. Attach our secondary tubing. I'm going to go ahead and close the roller clamp. And then I will be opening and spiking our medication bag, our clindamycin. Okay. Now I'll be doing a back prime. So I'll be opening up the tubing, lowering the bag, allowing what's inside the bag, primary bag, to flow into my tubing. I'll pinch and make sure it's half full, and it is. We'll close the clamp. Okay. Now we'll hang our bag. All right. And now at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and start my drip rate. So I'll begin my drip rate by opening up my clamp. This will feed first because of gravity, and I will adjust the flow of the drip by the primary roller here. And I did my math. I'm supposed to do 33 drops per minute. That brings it down to 8.5 drops per 15 seconds. So I have it set. All right. I will be monitoring Miss Spellman to see how she's doing, to make sure there's no allergic reaction to this medication. I'll be back, Miss Spellman, to check on you in just a little bit, okay?
Sounds great.
All right. So I'll go back and I will document the medication I gave, the time that I gave it, initial it, and make any other documentations as far as patient's response. And then when the bag is finished infusing, I will go back to remove the secondary bag that's empty now. All right, Mrs. Bellman, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect your empty bag, okay?
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and seal the medication, close the clamp, and unhook it from the primary bag. Discard the empty bag. And then I need to go ahead and reset our the drip rate on our primary bag to the original drip rate of 100 milliliters per hour. And I have the math for that, which brings it to it's going to be it's 1,000 milliliter bag 100 milliliter bag over an hour, and that's going to be 17 drops per minute. So we'll go ahead and adjust that. All right, it's all set and ready to go. And that'll go ahead and be the rest of her flush from that other medication, as well as giving her additional fluid that she is ordered for. I'll go ahead and document in the input the additional fluid that we're giving, as well as the medication, and how the patient tolerated the medication. And I believe that's done.